Hello, it's Fellonius, the wizard, and I'm back with yet another japping. I'm talking a lot of broken nostalgia, mostly nostalgia in total, but I have reason to think that generations ahead of me, or generation that are coming in after me, are not really seeing what I see when I see stuff. Let's just give you an example about broken nostalgia. Phone booth. Take Superman. If he's going to be changing his clothes in a phone booth, he will have to look around quite for some time, because there aren't any. There aren't any phone booths at the same thing. Not at my place anyway, and as far as I've seen in American movies from late, they are just some sort of open space. So he has to go somewhere else to change his clothes. Now, however, if we show young people, let's say 10-year-olds or something like that, how to change in a phone booth, they will just go, what is that? Yeah, that's a good question. And then you have to tell them about fast hard lines and phones that you had in your house, which everyone used, and they will go, what? Didn't you have a cell phone? No, and then we are back in the 70s, 80s. Oh dear. And that is also the things you see. I also noticed that some lyrics are pointing at some of these things from before. There was a Danish song in the Eurovision Song Contest where she was, that was actually also phone booth. She was running down from her apartment and tried to get hold of someone on the other line. However, it was as new as there was an answering service in the other line to the one she phoned, but she had to phone from a phone booth. Now, if you're anyone now listening or know about this song, it's just called Hello in Danish. You will realize that it's hard to understand what is the problem. You just grab your cell phone and you just phone, don't you? Or you just do a text and send away. No, the problem in the song is actually that we didn't have any cell phones. So, yeah, that nostalgia is just old memories that actually, do we miss them? I mean, okay, we recognize them. We, the older people, we recognize the things and the problems and the stuff. But we are not really missing it, really. I mean, we don't want it back. Or will we? I don't know. There are probably several other stuff. Let's take the fact that we are every car now and again. Let's take a gas station. Let's say that you're going into a gas station. I don't know how you do it in the States, but back in the days, way back, we had service personnel that came out, fixed your windscreen, checked your water and your oil. They did that for free, and it was free service, and you just filled your tank up, and they did that as well in some places. In Sweden, that disappeared pretty early 70s or something like that, and suddenly there was you have to do it yourself. Well, it's fine, but on the other hand, I have always had dirty windscreens since then, and I haven't checked my oil in ages, so perhaps it wasn't all good. But that will never come back. So if we ever see a movie when they do that and a young person just watches and goes, what is he doing? What is he doing? And he was thinking, yeah, but why did he put that one in? What? Because today we have electric cars. Perhaps going to a gas station is nowhere near in their mind what you should do. You should just get your own charging station back home. Checking oil? You don't need to. Checking water? You don't need to. Windscreen still needs a bit of a wipe now and again. But we just go through some sort of automatic station for that too. There are so many stuff, and most of it is technology, that has been changed since 60s and 70s and even early 80s from today. It's 50 years ago. Well, we had a lot of stuff, and many of those stuff we had was also connected to a lot of work. So one thing we had during the 80s was workforce that didn't work at all because they were unemployed. And most of it because we didn't need them to check our oil anymore. That was one thing that just disappeared. Well, do we miss them? Well, we don't know, but I still smile every time I see a movie or even a video, a music video, when they're like Michael Jackson's and all that. They are showing stuff that isn't around anymore. It's broken. It's done. It's nostalgia that is gone, and it's only for those of us who remembers. But just as with people, you die twice. First you die, the real dying, and then you won't die until the last person alive who remembers you is dead. The same must be said about things. First the thing disappears, and then it will disappear again when the last person who remembers that thing disappears. And that might take forever. Thank you for listening. Bye.